Good evening and welcome to Newswatch 12 Weekends. I'm Rachel Eiler. Thanks for joining me tonight. In just a few days, students are going to resume classes and some will be required to wear masks while others will have an option not to wear one. Yesterday, in a surprise announcement from the Tomahawk School District, District Administrator Terry Reynolds will now step down. According to the school board, they accepted his voluntary retirement effective immediately as the district administrator. In a statement, the board announced they will hold a special closed session tomorrow morning to discuss an effective succession plan. Along with the announcement, the board said that they voted to, quote, return to the previously established mask policy, making masks strongly recommended but not required as they start the new school year, end quote. Nicolet College will all kick off their fall term this Wednesday as well. Classes will continue with an online and hybrid format. Limited to in-person attendance will continue, but they will be increasing the number of people on their campus. All folks, both vaccinated and unvaccinated, must be masked while indoors.
We've had really, really wonderful compliance. It speaks to I think the mentality and the culture at Nicolet that we're all in this together. We're going to help each other through this.
The school will also be moving forward, with some of their remodeling projects this term. They are renovating the Birchwood Center, so all trades will now be held in a brand new facility, all under one roof.
We're really, really excited about the innovation that we're rolling out to serve those students and those employers with just cutting-edge, innovative equipment.
Farrell said that the college is looking forward toward the term and continues to have Nicolet's commitment to keeping students safe and happy. She adds that they are eager to expand Nicolet's access to reaching more students with their upcoming programming. And Andrew, not too bad of a weather, definitely better than last night.
Definitely, Rachel. Today felt just pleasant all around. We had lower humidity, temperatures still getting to those mid to upper 70s, even some areas topping out in the low 80s. But boy, does that humidity make all the difference. So a very pleasant day today, absolutely. Looking at this afternoon, we were ditching those clouds. It did take some time today, but we did see those blue sunny skies to end our Sunday, and we had a nice sunset to end the night. Now at current conditions all across the Badger State, seeing those clearing skies working into the area. Some clouds holding, especially in southern Wisconsin. Current temperatures into those 70s to some of us in those even low 60s currently. Now coming on up for the rest of their night. For our night, we do have your alley forecast, 60s to 50s, along with clear skies here in Rhinelander. We'll keep those clear skies overnight. Those low temperatures bottoming out into those low 50s. And then starting off our Monday, seeing that sun, and we'll see that sunshine all throughout the day. Rachel?
Thank you, Andrew. Oktoberfest will return to Three Lakes this fall on Saturday, September 18th from 11 to 4 p.m. Community members, families, and tourists can experience different beers, food, and music on Superior Street. A variety of vendors will have baked goods, food, crafted wares, live demonstrations, and they'll even be extending their artisan market down the block. And so they're looking for more vendors, interested makers, sellers, and nonprofits that want to participate can contact info@threelakes.com. Admission to Oktoberfest is free, and the fest will be held rain or shine. And as back to school season is underway, more schools starting even this week. One local organization is trying to bring a bit of a voice to victims of child abuse. The Northern Lights chapter of the Guardians of the Children hosted an event in Hodag Park Sunday afternoon. The biker organization was founded as a group to help stop child abuse in communities across the country.
We are tasked with protecting and being there for victims of child abuse, and we're also here to educate the public about child abuse and that it takes all of us to protect the children in our communities.
Dye says that the party in the park is about providing information to adults and young children about the signs of child abuse, but the party was also designed to connect kids with a group that wants them to enjoy the things that make childhood so fun.
There are games and food. We have hot dogs provided by Dinky Diner. We have games, different games, balloons. We have a bag to hand out to all the kids that has information about our group.
And just like motorcycles are loud, the Guardians want to be loud about raising awareness to stop child abuse in its tracks. If you would like to get involved, you can find Northern Lights Guardians of the Children page on Facebook. The United County Fair took place about a month ago at Rhinelanders Pioneer Park, providing fun for families. This weekend, that fair committee hosted a scaled-back version in Minocqua. Newswatch12's Kyle Pozorski shows how Minocqua residents now got to join in on all that fun.
From my understanding, it's been quite a long time since Minocqua's had a carnival this far north, and we were excited to bring it to them.
Meg Spreckle and the fair committee brought all the rides and food to Minocqua to give people one last taste of summer.
This weekend we've been at the Minocqua Carnival, which is a fundraiser for the United County Fair, not only to raise money for the fair to continue to get it bigger and better, but also to raise awareness in Minocqua and get more Minocqua businesses involved with the fair.
Just a little farther up north, the Minocqua Carnival is similar to the Rhinelander Fair with minor changes.
The big difference really is that we did not provide entertainment. There's not a beer tent. There's not vendors. It's strictly just a carnival with some fair food to give people a little taste of the fair and make them want to come back next year.
In years to come, the fair committee wants to do the same thing again in other communities to grow the Rhinelander version of the fair.
We had a booth located inside that allowed people to stop by, learn a little bit more about the fair, and make a donation. In turn, then they got to spin to win and win some free merchandise.
In Minocqua, Kyle Pozorski, Newswatch 12.
A monoclonal antibody treatment that was shelved because it wasn't effective against COVID at the time is now being brought back to the market. The U.S. paused distribution of Eli Lilly's dual monoclonal antibody treatment in June because, again, of that effectiveness against the beta and gamma variants. But studies are now showing that the drug combination is surprisingly effective against the Delta variant. According to the CDC, the Delta variant accounts for nearly 96% of COVID-19 cases in the U.S. as of now. With its return to the market, doctors will have 3 different antibody treatments to use in the fight against coronavirus. Although the 3 formulations are slightly different, they all can provide a kickstart to the immune system if used early in COVID infection. And if you're having a hard time getting your hands on a COVID-19 home test, it's because, well, they're in high demand right now. Abbott Laboratories says its supply of Buy Next Now at home COVID-19 tests may be constrained in the upcoming weeks due to the demand growing with the unprecedented levels of the Delta variant. An Abbott spokesperson says they're scaled up manufacturing since the highly contagious variant became the dominant strain. On Friday, an online search for the self-test found them on CVS.com and Amazon, but the test appeared to be out of stock for online orders via Walgreens and Kroger. The hope for a so-called return to normalcy for fall and winter appears to be fading fast. Hospitalizations are up nationwide, especially in the South, where some places are now facing a shortage of oxygen. John Lawrence explains.
The rate of COVID-19 related deaths rose in 42 states last week, according to Johns Hopkins University. And a projection from the University of Washington finds 100,000 more people could die from the virus by December.
What is going on now is both entirely predictable, but entirely preventable.
Dr. Anthony Fauci, the head of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, says there are roughly 80 million people in the U.S. who are eligible for the COVID-19 vaccine, but have yet to get it.
It's so important now in this crisis that we're in that people put aside any ideologic, political, or other differences and just get vaccinated.
But some Americans aren't convinced.
You choose what you should do, what you feel is right for you and your family. It's not about being Republican or Democrat.
Including those who held a Freedom from COVID rally Saturday in the Kentucky state capitol. They say they don't want to be forced to roll up their sleeves or wear masks.
It's my body, and no one needs to decide that for me. No one should ever decide that for anybody.
According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, all 50 states have a high COVID-19 transmission rate, while just half of the U.S. and Washington, D.C. have at least 50% of their population fully vaccinated. I'm John Lawrence reporting.
Dr. Scott Gottlieb, the former commissioner of the FDA, told CBS Face the Nation that Pfizer is expected to file vaccine data for 5 to 11-year-olds sometime this September. Milwaukee police are searching for the driver of a car that they say intentionally struck a 15-year-old girl in a grocery store parking lot. When we return, the details into the investigation. But first, meteorologist Andrew Kikafer will give us a look at your full forecast on NBC.
At Lakeside Living Design, we've always got something stylish in store for you. Whether you're looking for high-quality custom upholstery, decorative accessories and gifts, or are designing your space entirely from scratch, you'll have a friendly designer by your side, sharing their expertise, helping you bring your unique style to life. So stop by, explore our showroom, and together we'll make your space feel just like home.
When you're the victim of an accident, it can feel like the weight of the entire world is on your shoulders. Why not let us take that crippling burden off your back? Habish, and Rotier. We fight for what's right.
Menards has what you need to build your next project. Concrete mix is perfect for setting posts, as well as patios, walkways, and more. All you have to do is add water, mix, and pour. Bags of concrete mix are 11% off. Finish your decking project with UltraDeck Composite Decking. It's low maintenance and resists scratches and stains. Get 11% off all UltraDeck now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards. Roofing season is here, and Bear Renovations is the Northwood's #1 choice in roofing and rain gutter systems. Whether it's shingle roofing or metal roofing, big or small, the Bear does it all. Stop by our showroom just north of Tomahawk on County Road A or call 715-966-6649 today. Remember, you can like us on Facebook, but you'll love us on your roof. Bear Renovations is locally owned and operated. Call the Bear.
There's only one place to turn for your Northwood sports highlights, analysis, and more. SportsWatch12 with Nate Myhawk and Griffin Stroyne. Miss any of the action? Go to WJFW.com to relive the excitement. SportsWatch12.
Welcome on back. Thank you for joining us tonight. I have your current conditions right now outside, looking at Rhinelander, Minocqua, Eagle River, and Merrill. Areas into those low 60s to upper 50s right now. Mostly clear skies all across the region, and that is also with a light west to southwest breeze, hardly noticeable. That will go still overnight, and dry air. So it feels pleasant and much cooler than it did last night out there now. Looking ahead at your hourly temperatures coming up in Rhinelander is going to show us in those low 60s, getting down to those middle 50s, bottoming out into low 50s tonight, forecasting a low of 53 in Rhinelander, on par with our average low of 50 for this time of year. And that is going to be maintained with clear skies all throughout the night. So a few clouds off towards southeastern Wisconsin, working their way towards the southeast. And then we have higher pressure working into the area. So here we are Monday morning at 8 a.m., seeing nothing but clear skies all across the Badger State. And that high pressure center will track throughout the state throughout the day, delivering a nice day all around. So here we go now, looking at your big old fishing forecast. We have Evan here with a big old bass, and coming up tomorrow will be a pleasant day to be outside for any sort of outdoor activity. Nothing but sunshine in Rhinelander throughout the day. Temperatures quickly back in the 60s after bottoming out in those low 50s. We'll get up to those upper 60s to low 70s by 11 a.m. and topping out in those low 70s on our Monday. So here we go now, looking at your regional forecast on Monday, seeing lots of sun all across the state. That's thanks to that high pressure center working its way through the area. And off to the southeast, maybe a touch of cloud coverage, but there will be more sun than clouds overall throughout the state. High temperatures in those low to middle 70s to the north, even some areas in the UP topping out into those upper 60s. There will be 80s. Those will be observed in southern Wisconsin, and off towards the west, Minneapolis could make a run for 80 degrees tomorrow. So we are entering a fairly dry and pleasant stretch for the next couple of days, almost like an early fall-like feel out there. And there is going to be that one advisory still standing. That's a flood warning in effect until tomorrow evening. We've been seeing this in Wood County, receding in the last day. Right now, that one concern over Babcock right now with that flood warning, but with that dry stretch coming, this will make for pretty quick dissipation into tomorrow, and then we're dry for several days. So that'll be a pretty pleasant stretch met with mild feeling conditions out there, looking at that muggy foggy meter coming on up all throughout early parts of the week. Dew points staying low, below 50. Now looking at Thursday to Friday, we'll get a little bit of a touch of humidity back in the area, and that is going to be along with our next rainmaker. So this is going to be Thursday night into Friday as our next system passes. It'll be a low pressure center tracking well to the north, dragging a cold front off to the east, and that will deliver a round of showers either late Thursday or into Friday. So this is looking at Friday morning, 7 a.m. I think we'll have a better chance of seeing those showers on Friday. But before we get there, tonight we're having starry skies, cool temperatures compared to yesterday, having a low at 53, and that will be along with a very light west breeze at 5 to 10 miles an hour. All but going still overnight, so pretty nice all around. And then getting into Monday, have your sunglasses handy because it will be nothing but sun all throughout the day. Surface high pressure usually delivers this very mild and pleasant sort of weather, so that's going to be met with high temperatures in the dry, low 70s, and we'll pick up a light northwest flow at 5 to 10 miles an hour. And now to show you your 7-day forecast, brought to you by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress. To bring it all together, here we go, looking at Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Plenty of sun, high temperatures in the low 70s. Thursday, we have a rain chance returning to the forecast, maintaining low 70s. Better chance for rain on Friday. And then looking at Sunday, high temperatures only topping out into the upper 60s. Rachel?
Thank you, Andrew. Police in Wisconsin are searching for the driver of a car they say intentionally struck a 15-year-old girl in a grocery store parking lot. Caroline Reinwald reports.
A grocery store car attack caught on camera. 12 News obtained this cell phone video taken by a Pick and Save shopper in their car on Friday morning, just before noon. It shows the moments before the attack. A woman holding something in both hands follows the car in circles in the parking lot. She hit it. Then, seconds later, the driver slams into two other people. The video is too graphic for TV, but it shows a 15-year-old girl pinned against another car before she and another woman fall to the ground. The car then speeds off. People rushed over after the attack. The mother of the 15-year-old struck tells me off camera her daughter suffered a broken femur and other significant injuries and was in surgery Friday night. Two other women were also injured, but police say they refused treatment. Police were still here when we arrived Friday afternoon. Management, though, told me that they could not share any surveillance video or any statements. By Friday night, the video of the attack had been viewed on Facebook more than 58,000 times.
The video that I seen on Facebook, it was real. When I seen it on Facebook, I showed my boss, my employees. I said, I just shopped here the other day, and it just scared me. And it made me feel like really not safe to come here anymore.
Milwaukee police are asking anyone with information on the incident to contact them. Downtown Rhinelander is continuously making changes, but what changes do you remember? When we return, the Rhinelander Historical Society is going to tell us how one city decision is still impacting businesses decades later. We'll be right back.
There's nothing like a good Packers game tailgate. Brat chair? Booyah! We got one. Go, Pack, go! Woo! Hey, nice Packers tickets. Remember the bonus drawing. Woo!
Wisconsin Lottery Packers scratch games with instant cash prizes and a bonus drawing for 2 Packers season tickets for 2 years.
A chance at 2 Packers season tickets for 2 years.
Dude, I've been trying to tell you.
I'm getting kind of weak. I think I need another brat.
Need a new boat? Then it's time to trade and upgrade with American Marine and Motorsports, because we need your old boat. We need to buy fishing boats, pontoons, and speedboats. So trade in your old one and upgrade into a new boat today. Come check out more boats and pontoons in stock than anywhere else in Wisconsin. Or we could help you get top dollar by selling your old boat on consignment. It's time to trade and upgrade with American Marine and Motorsports Shawano.
My name's Arthur, Merrill, Wisconsin. In August of 2019, I started getting numbness in my feet. By July of 2020, my feet were so numb, I lost a sense of balance. I thought I was walking on stilts. I seen this ad for spinal aid. I took 20 treatments from them, and and by then my feet were 90% better and no longer felt as I was walking on stilts.
Are you experiencing weakness, numbness, and/or pain in your feet or hands? These sensations might even be affecting other areas of your body along with your balance. You might have already been diagnosed with peripheral neuropathy and are taking drugs such as Lyrica, gabapentin, or Cymbalta that never seems to help. Neuropathy pain ultimately diminishes your quality of life. Call Spinal Aid of Wausau today to see if our treatment methods are right for you. Call 715-203-1508 to schedule your neuropathy severity consultation or visit us at spinalaid.com.
Welcome back. Parking in downtown Rhinelander hasn't always been like it is today. Parking attendants, meters, and chalked tires lined Brown Street for years. Now, none of that remains, and Newswatch 12's Lily Zoller explains why.
If you've lived in Rhinelander for less than 16 years, you might not know that it used to cost money to park here. This changed in 2005. One Rhinelander historian told me why.
And they would drive down the street, Brown Street, and put a chalk line on each of the tires.
Parking meters came to Rhinelander in 1946, just after World War II. At the time, merchants warmly accepted them because it encouraged customer turnover.
Rather than their employees or somebody spending the day there, they got a refresh every 2 hours of customers, so they were very much in favor of it.
But this changed as time went on.
In the 1970s, Rhinelander started to experience the larger big box stores coming to town.
First, it was Kmart and Schultz Brothers, but then Walmart too. Downtown Rhinelander, a place that was once a business hub, was losing popularity to these stores that didn't have parking meters.
They wanted to see what could they do to try to increase the traffic, and they looked at parking meters as a negative after a while.
A non-binding referendum showed that Rhinelander residents favored the city's ultimate decision to outlaw parking meters, and Venkis says it likely stays this way.
I think most people like the idea of removing them, especially the ones who got a ticket. Obviously, I did not like them at all.
In Rhinelander, Lily Zoller, Newswatch 12.
One of our biggest furniture events of the year, the Labor Day sale at Slumberland. Take an additional 25% off our already low prices.
Well, hello, Slumberland.
Get your look for less at the huge Labor Day sale at Slumberland.
At Toyota's national sales event, we don't just help you get the perfect vehicle. We're here to open new doors that lead to your road to greatness. Your journey starts at Toyota's national sales event.
Right now, you can get 2.49% APR financing for 60 months, plus $750 TFS APR cash on a new 2021 Camry, RAV4, or Highlander. Toyota, let's go places.
Sometimes a job is just a job. But sometimes, a job is the spark that ignites a career. Classes and programs at Nicolet can be the fuel to push you further. To earn more and do more. All you need to start is a spark.
We would never hit 12 drunk. Clutch it up drunk? Not a chance. Do a stoppie drunk? We would never drift drunk. So you should never drive drunk. Drive sober or get pulled over.
Incredible savings on mattresses during our Labor Day sale now at Slumberland. Sealy Posturepedic all on sale, starting as low as $4.99. And we're one of the only stores reducing waste through our mattress recycle programs. Shop now at Slumberland.
Welcome back. This morning, President Biden privately met with the families of the 13 U.S. service members killed in last week's suicide attack near the Kabul airport. Later, the remains returned to Dover Air Force Base from Afghanistan. The administration, meanwhile, is now warning of more possible attacks as it tries to evacuate the remaining Americans and Afghans from the region. NBC's Jennifer Johnson brings us the latest.
President Biden and the First Lady paid their respects to the 13 U.S. troops killed in Afghanistan as their remains arrived back in the U.S. The dignified transfer of the fallen soldiers was held at Dover Air Force Base as the Secretary of State warns of possible additional attacks in and around the Kabul airport.
This is the most dangerous time in an already extraordinarily dangerous mission these last couple of days. And so we will do everything possible to keep people safe, but the risk is very high.
The president is still ignoring calls to extend the August 31st deadline to get Americans and Afghans who aided the U.S. during the 20-year war out of the country.
It's going to be extremely difficult. We have very, very little leverage to extract additional Americans or Afghan allies from this landlocked country.
Republicans have blasted the president since the attack cost the soldiers their lives, blaming the administration for the lack of security outside the airport.
People have died and people are going to die because President Biden decided to rely on happy talk instead of reality.
A U.S. airstrike targeted a vehicle carrying multiple suicide bombers in Kabul, eliminating at least one ISIS-K threat. But the security situation remains extremely dangerous as the State Department works to find a way to get the remaining Americans out of the country. Jennifer Johnson, NBC News, Washington.
Do you have used oil, antifreeze, and oil filters in stock?
Get rid of it now. Call Rock Oil Refining, Stratford.
We'll pick it up and turn your waste into renewable energy.
Rock Oil Refining makes managing your waste a breeze. We provide what you need to succeed.
I think there are a lot of benefits to schooling our children from home. We get to spend a lot of time with them, and there are eureka moments like seeing them walk for the first time, or they figure something out and they're so excited about it.
The RVA really does work with each family to individualize each child's education to help them really succeed.
This is like the best thing in Wisconsin in terms of school.
For us, the RVA was our first and best choice of schools to choose.
We love the RVA.
Mondays on Newswatch12 today features Mugshot Monday. But what exactly is Mugshot Monday?
It starts with the opportunity to win a 12-ounce bag of coffee, with the coffee being sourced from in between the tropics across the world, then brought in here to Eagle River Roasters and roasted to perfection.
Have a great day. Thank you. And with that, you win an Eagle River Roasters coffee mug, perfect for that first cup of coffee with your favorite morning crew.
And join us Monday mornings for this week's winner.
Register online at WJFW.com.
My name's Arthur, Merrill, Wisconsin. In August of 2019, I started getting numbness in my feet. By July of 2020, my feet were so numb, I lost a sense of balance. I thought I was walking on stilts. I seen this ad for spinal aid. I took 20 treatments from them, and by then my feet were 90% better and no longer felt as I was walking on stilts.
Are you experiencing weakness, numbness, and or pain in your feet or hands? These sensations might even be affecting other areas of your body along with your balance. You might have already been diagnosed with peripheral neuropathy and are taking drugs such as Lyrica, gabapentin, or Cymbalta that never seems to help. Neuropathy pain ultimately diminishes your quality of life. Call Spinal Aid of Wausau today to see if our treatment methods are right for you. Call 715-203-1508 to schedule your neuropathy severity consultation, or visit us at spinalaid.com.
Do you have used oil, antifreeze, and oil filters in stock?
Get rid of it now. Call Rock Oil Refining, Stratford.
We'll pick it up and turn your waste into renewable energy.
Rock Oil Refining makes managing your waste a breeze. We provide what you need to succeed.
Okay, tell us that you live in Wisconsin without telling us that you live in Wisconsin. Take a look at this. It's been going around social media. A woman in Marshfield McDonald's drive-thru caught an unexpected customer, just a few cars of her, a cow sitting in the back seat of the car staring out the window. She quickly captured the moment. It's gone viral. 83,000 views as of this Friday afternoon. Like, how does it get in the car? That's my big question, I think.
I want to know where they were going and why a car. Was there not a truck available?
I know.
Crack a window.
I wonder if the ice cream machine was working, though, that day. That's my big question. This way you have your dairy product, right? But before we go tonight, we do have one more piece of news to share with you, and it's a bit of personal news for me. Many of you at home know that a lot of our reporters are right out of college, first job in the industry, and you watch us grow as journalists and storytellers. For me personally, TV journalism and especially anchoring was not in my plan. I truly accepted this job thinking I was going to be here until the pandemic passed over and then moved back to where I was living overseas and returned to digital reporting, all behind the scenes. But here we are almost 2 years later, and I've not only fallen in love with the Northwoods, but this job and TV journalism, and it's been an honor being in your living rooms every night on such a hard year for all of us. And while many of you watch us grow, you also watch us move on, and bittersweetly, that time for me has come. Next weekend will actually be my final show here with Newswatch12, and I really have loved spending all this time. It's my year anniversary actually on the weekend, so it's bittersweet, but no tears yet. No tears yet. We still have one more week together, and of course, you can catch me Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday on the 5 and 6 p.m. newscast, sharing all you need to know in the Northwoods. And I have to say my final goodbyes right here on the weekend show. This is my OG crew, you know?
So I will have you next week.
You will have me next week. You will have me. I'm not leaving you just yet, but I do have to thank you, Andrew. You have been such an amazing co-host with me, and I love spending so much time with you. And before we go, why don't you finish this out strong so I don't cry over here, and give us that full forecast one more time.
Yes, ma'am. Well, taking a look at our forecast coming up for your last week, Rachel, it's going to be a pretty pleasant stretch of weather coming on up. So we do have high temperatures in the upper to mid 70s throughout the day. That will be also met with a northwest breeze at 5 to 10 miles an hour. So, Rachel, nothing but sun coming up to start off your last final week. And now for your 7-day forecast, brought to you by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress, has that sunshine for all the way through Wednesday, but then some rain chances to start the weekend. But then on your last day, Rachel, it'll be highs in the upper 60s and sunny again.
I love that. It's going to be sunny for us all week long. Appreciate that. That's a few news around the Northwoods. I will see you this week and, of course, next weekend. Have a good night, everybody.